Gomti's eyes and mouth were dry due to fear. A woman wearing a dancer's attire was standing in front of him. Her whole body was covered with ashes, and from there Pokamakar was coming out. His eyes were white and he was coming out. He looked at Meghna once, and the shield of Meghna's hand fell there at that moment. And at the same time, that fire entered Meghna's body again. And Meghna turned her head back and laughed at her mother in a sarcastic manner. "Ha ha ha ha! What did I say, auntie? I will take my own medicine, Gomti. You have surely recognized me." Gomti was shivering in fear. He was drooling with his eyes, and he was saying loudly, "It can't be! It can't be!" But Meghna's strange laugh in front of her was adding more fear to her mind. Behind that laugh, the words spoken by Attar were destroying Gomti's insides. "You will reap the fruits of your deeds, but not so easily. The way I suffered and died, I will see your daughter suffer and die in front of my own eyes, Gomti." Gomti's heart broke. There was fear and worry in his eyes, as if an old mystery had suddenly come to life in front of his eyes. He shook his head, and with a shudder, he began to beg for his daughter's life from Attar. He kept saying this, "You can kill me if you want, but spare my daughter. I beg for my daughter's life. I beg for my daughter's life. You can kill me if you want, but spare my daughter." While saying this, Gomti kept a knife in his throat. Tears were falling from his eyes, but seeing his condition, Meghna began to laugh even harder. And he told Gomti, "Aren't you suffering a lot seeing your own daughter suffer? Have you forgotten what happened to me? About 35 years ago, a dancer Chandramukhi was dancing in Rajasthan's palace. The king was watching Chandramukhi dance in one view. And the queen was looking at the king in one view. The queen clearly understood how the king was looking at Chandramukhi. I can understand the desire of this dancer Chandramukhi very well. She wants to forget the king in her own form. I want to forget the king. I want to take my place. But it will never be possible for me to live. I won't let it happen. It was a dark night. Chandramukhi was leaving the palace and going towards her house. Then someone kept his hand on her shoulder from behind. She got scared and looked back. Then she saw that the king was standing behind her. "Uncle, you? Don't be afraid, Chandramukhi. I have brought this new ring for you. Your feet look very good. I thought of giving you a gift. But, uncle, what is the need for this? Keep it, Chandramukhi. I am giving you the best. No one can refuse the gift given by the king. The king gave gifts to everyone in the middle. So Chandramukhi accepted it easily. But the queen was looking at something through the window, and seeing this, her blood got hot. Chandramukhi won't give up so easily. Who knows what kind of magic she has done on my uncle? What did she do to make him fall in love with her? She has trapped her with her beauty. That's why he doesn't love me anymore. I will make him in such a condition that he will never see her face again. After returning to the king's palace, the queen secretly went to Chandramukhi and stood in front of her. "Queen, you are here so late at night? Tell me the truth. What is your intention? What do you want? You know that I am pregnant. The king's child is growing up in me." "Queen, I don't understand anything. What are you talking about? I can understand you very well. Don't pretend not to understand. You have a desire for my husband. You want to forget my husband in your own way. You want to take my place. Keep one thing in mind. It will never be possible for me to be pregnant. Even after that, if you try to forget the king, then you will get a lot of benefits. Enough. Enough is enough, Queen. I am keeping quiet. It doesn't mean that I won't say anything. And you can say whatever you want. I just came to dance in your palace. Because there is no one else in my house except my mother. And that's why I have to do this. I don't have anything in my mind like you think. Do you understand? Hearing Chandramukhi's story, the queen's anger increased even more. She secretly returned to the palace again. But she didn't sleep all night. She spent the whole night like this. The next day, when Chandramukhi came to dance in the palace, the queen went to the same house where Chandramukhi used to wear her clothes. The queen collected some straws from Chandramukhi's clothes, and in the middle of that, she went to a deserted house in the palace. She lit a lamp in the middle of the house and cut a stick on all four sides. The queen started chanting some mantras, and she held a black poppy in her hand. The angry Chandramukhi stick tied the poppy's horn and put it on the tree. The queen covered her face with a black cloth and secretly went out through the back door of the palace, and she went towards Chandramukhi's house. Some distance from the palace, there was a broken house of Chandramukhi. The queen went to the house of Chandramukhi. She dug the ground and buried the poppy. She secretly returned to the palace again, and she went back to her room and slept. What happened to you? You were absolutely fine last night. What happened to you suddenly? Let me see. You don't have fever again. Why? Bimala touched Chandramukhi's head. Chandramukhi's head was extremely hot. Bimala went to the doctor for a few days and got Chandramukhi treated. But her condition did not improve. In fact, her condition began to deteriorate day by day. The blackness of the pot had fallen under her eyes. Her body had become like a dry stick. Chandramukhi, who had been known for her beauty for so long, had become so ugly that she could not see herself in the mirror. And when she bravely looked at the mirror, she saw her own form and shed tears with her eyes. Sitting on the ground, her mouth was covered with 2 hands and her ears were crooked. Her ears were not closing. Her whole body was drying. Her eyes were turning red, as if her body was getting weaker day by day. She could not breathe and her throat was cracking. She would sometimes look through her mouth. Sometimes she would look at the mirror. Then she would bow her head and cry. It felt like there was a fire burning inside her that was eating her. Her skin was slowly falling off, and there was a lot of swelling all over the body, and she would pray to God for her own death. Seeing Chandramukhi's condition, she would shed tears from her mother's eyes. When her illness could not be cured, her mother took her to the tantric, but no one could cure her. The tantric has done black magic on your daughter, but only the one who has done this black magic can cure her. No one else can cure your daughter. She will suffer like this, and no one can do anything about it. But what harm has my daughter done? Who has harmed my daughter so much? I don't understand anything. I can understand your pain, but I can't help you in this matter. The black magic that has been done on her, only the one who has done this black magic can do it. No one else. Someone may have done this to your daughter out of jealousy, but you don't worry. One day, she will have to suffer the consequences of her actions. The person who has harmed someone will never be good. He will definitely suffer the consequences of his actions. You pray to God. Maybe only God can help you in this. The tantric father left with the garland. But after that day, Chandramukhi's condition started getting worse. Chandramukhi's mother brought food for her, and she was sleeping on the bed. Her mother pulled her with her own hands, and right then her mother felt something in her hands. When Chandramukhi was put to bed, her mother hugged her. Seeing this, Chandramukhi's mother got scared, because on Chandramukhi's back there was a hole in her back, and the flesh of her back was completely melted. There was nothing else visible to the naked eye. Bimala pulled the holes from her back with her ears, and Chandramukhi started eating with her ears. She could not eat a single grain, and all the food was falling out of her mouth. Bimala put medicine on Chandramukhi's back and fell asleep with her ears. The next morning, when Chandramukhi called her mother did not answer. Chandramukhi got up and saw that her mother was dead. There was no one on this earth except her mother. Water was pouring out of Chandramukhi's eyes. Hearing the sound of Chandramukhi's ears, Chandramukhi got up and went there. She was getting ready for her mother's last rites. After her mother's last rites, Chandramukhi was lying in her bed, almost dead. Then the queen came to her house. "I heard your mother died. I suffered a lot. And look at your condition. It's all your own fault. You must have done something that you are suffering the consequences of. I know very well that whatever is happening to me, it's all for you. I am in this condition for you. My mother is not on this earth for you. It's all your fault. It's not for me. It's all for you. What did I say? Stay away from me. You wanted to take my place. Now I have seen your real place. I have made you in such a condition. Now I have made you in such a condition. You can neither live nor die. I am very happy to see you in this condition. Now suffer like this and wait for your own death with constant pain. When Chandramukhi could know the truth from the queen's mouth, anger erupted in her eyes. The queen laughing at her condition, but for Chandramukhi, her pain had become unbearable. For so many days, she was very sad to see her mother. But after her mother left, she could not control herself. She was in so much pain that she decided to take her own life. She picked up a knife lying on the floor and placed it on her neck. Tears were falling from her eyes. I am in this condition for you, Gomti. My mother died in pain for you. And I am ending my life for you today. I have given you the ointment. I will come back again. And on that day, I will finish you and your family. The way I am ending my life with constant pain, you will see the same scene yourself. You will also beg for your death. You will beg for your family's death, but you will not get the happiness of death. Chandramukhi committed suicide at that time. But the way she took her own life, she could not get her freedom. She was wandering around for her revenge. A few days later, it was Rani's delivery day. Her delivery began to be painful. The royal midwife was sent there. Rani was in so much pain. After a while, she gave birth to a child. But seeing the child, the midwife screamed very loudly. The child was dead, and her whole body was blue. There was a mark on her mouth. Seeing this, the midwife could understand a lot. What happened, midwife? A lot of bad things have happened. This is a bad sign. The matter is not just limited to this, Rani. Your child died. A bigger tragedy is going to happen in your life. It all started from here. Some evil spirit has possessed you. He will destroy you. Bring a father and treat him. Otherwise, everything will be over. What are you saying, midwife? I am telling the truth. You do the puja at home.
Otherwise, a big tragedy will happen, midwife." One night, Rani was not able to get up from her deathbed. She heard the sound of bells in the palace. Hearing that sound, Rani's whole body started shivering. Her whole body was soaked in the sun, and in fear, her whole body was shivering. She got up from the bed in fear, but when she looked ahead, she saw Chandramukhi was standing in front of her. There was nothing else in her body except her neck. Her whole body was covered with flesh, and she was coming towards Rani with a terrible smile. Seeing her, Rani started running behind her, but suddenly she fell to the ground. Chandramukhi's hand fell on her. Rani screamed loudly. Her scream shook the whole palace. Hearing her scream, the king's voice broke. The king came running and sat Rani on the bed. "What happened to you? How did you fall down? And why were you screaming? Are you all right?" "No, he came to kill me. He killed my child. He killed your child. He won't leave me now." Who killed your child? And who won't leave you?" Chandramukhi's grandfather. He came here." "Call Tantrik, otherwise he won't leave anyone." "What? Chandramukhi's grandfather? But why would he oppose you? What did you do to him?" In fear, Rani couldn't say a word. The night was over. The next day, the king called Tantrik to the palace. In the evening, Tantrik cut a gun in the palace. He lit the gun on fire and sat there. After a few mantras, he ordered Chandramukhi's grandfather to come. And right then, Rani's body started trembling. And she started laughing. "You leave, Tantrik. You can't do anything. You can't do anything to me, Tantrik. I will take my medicine for sure."